We went around the world looking for the best and the brightest of the graduates, whether they were in the US or in Asia, in Europe, South America. We had several hundred applicants, of which we selected the very, very best, 20 in fact. 18 have made it through.
We are so glad to work with Parsons to showcase the student work today. We see so many talented designers here.
I always very interested to collaborating with design and technology together. And then this time QR code was my inspiration, and I integrated my website address to the QR code. I worked with this code as my color blocking ideas and my pattern making ideas. You know, this is actual my garment's pattern. You know, it's very easy to wear and very practical, but you know, have fun, but it's not too normal, and you know, something like really rich like qualities and uniqueness in it.
Because I'm a knitwear designer, I started to cut up my t-shirts and started to play around with them and see if I could create any textiles that really represented the layering and repetition that I was looking for. I've cut up and stripped all the different color-coded t-shirts and weaved them into the knitting machine. And the idea was basically to deconstruct these t-shirts and then put them back together into a t-shirt again. As a designer, you always want to have a particular aesthetic, something that people look to you for, and I think things that are part of basic elements of dress, such as jeans, sweaters and t-shirts, always get overlooked in the aesthetic of the brand. They're always a filler in a collection, always something that just fills in everything else. And I thought it would be a nice idea to kind of switch that around and make those things that I love, that I would always go to a brand to buy, the main parts of the collection.
All the colors, I got the inspiration from Yamauchi. He is a Japanese photographer. Actually, the inspiration also from the sky. You know, the cloud. The clouds always layered by each other, and like kind of like orange layered by blue, white on the top is blue. So this is why I choose chiffon. Chiffon more soft, and also double two colors together to create the unique color.
I guess I started with these aerial photographs that I took from Google Earth, and so I started looking at a very specific location over the course of several years, and then overlapping these maps, and so looking at the textures and how the textures of the land have changed. My process, I chose to work a lot with embossing. It's funny, like I start looking at my clothes and it looks sort of like some of my architectural work as well. I can kind of see the similarities there. You know, it's not as different, I guess, as most people think. It's just kind of designed at a different scale, so it's still designing around the body.
A current that has always run through my work is I very much like sportswear and streetwear. It was definitely aimed at like a youth market and people that love colour. And to be honest, like menswear always really inspires me, even though I'm a women's wear designer. I've been obsessed with the proportions that people have in New York. You know, you see guys, the crotch to the trousers are almost dragging on the floor. Sometimes they're in t-shirts, and really they're a dress, you know, and it was this idea of crazy proportion, which also paralleled with me exploding everything, really informed the shape of my garment. I'd say it was for young people who are energetic, love colour, you know, aren't afraid to be bright, I guess.